Hello everyone. All right, so this video is sponsored by Blue Night Rubber Stamps, and the primary stamp I'm going to be using is called Quiet Waters. You can see it here. I will link all of the stamps and items that I use down in the description box for you. But I was challenged to see how many stamps I could combine. So this is a pretty nice image. I mean, it's already pretty well laid out. I've already cut it out. Stamped it out. And what I've done is I stamped out and cut out this chair from my quiet place. Okay. And I was thinking about adding it somewhere in the image here. Okay. And then I was thinking, well, I have some other Blue Night Rubber stamps that I think we can incorporate. Obviously, birds are pretty easy to do. But I was thinking some of these images here. This is called the Sand Castle and Accessories, right? So, first thing I want to do, I think, is color my images, and then we will add our accessories. So, to color the images today, I'm going to use some pan pastels. They're really easy. And on my scene back here, I want to add, I kind of want to add this wavy, line here, and you'll see why once we add the accessories. Okay, so just breaking that scene up a little bit there, so we're going to move that out of the way. All right, let's break out our pan pastels here. Now, I think for this chair, I did one in red and yellow. Let's do one in green. And I'm using, the two sets that I'm using also are from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. One is called the Day and Night, which is the blues and the greens and purple. And then the Sunrise Sunset palette is going to be like your red, orange, yellows. One set has the white, the other set has the black. So if you get both of them, you have a really good combination. You can also mix these colors as well. It's nice to have a little basket and a little paper towel off to the side so you can clean your sponges off. But I think this will look nice in this dark green, and I think this is called chromium. I think it's chromium oxide green, which is this nice dark green here. And I'm just going to scoop some of that on my little sponge here, and I'm going to color the whole thing. This is going to be really quick and easy. Okay, so my chair is done. Simple. All right. Now I'm going to move on to the actual scene itself. I'm going to do some light blue in the sky. We're going to give it a little bit of clouds. Very light blue. This is turquoise tint, I think it's called, which is a light blue. And move the stencil over. Also, this stencil is a Blue Night Rubber Stamp stencil. Just a real soft light blue here. Okay. And then just to phase that out, just going to pull up slightly. So now all of the extra is out of the way, but you can see a real light cloudy sky there. Okay, pretty simple to do. All right, now we have some, I'm gonna call them kind of mountainous looks there. Go in with a little bit darker brown. Okay, really simple to do. And I'm going to go in with some lighter green over there, make it look like that's kind of like the other side. Maybe this is a lake, maybe it's not necessarily a beach. You could make it more beachy. It's up to you. We do have a big lake over here where they have a little beach cut out where a lot of people go for summer vacation. It's not the ocean, but it's a really big lake, so it's really fun. Okay, and then we need our water. So I'm going to go in with some turquoise here. And add a couple of dark spots. Okay, and then this bottom part I do want to be our beach. Now, to do that, I am going to bring in some extra colors that I have. I'm going to be using some yellow ochre and a little bit of brown, which is raw umber. I'm going to start with the yellow ochre, which is a bright yellow color. And that already looks like sand, but I want to give the sand a little bit of dimension, so I'm going to go in with that brown and just kind of tap some of that in, just to darken that sand up a little bit, so it's not so golden yellow. So now it has more of that kind of sandy look to it, right? Since I have that brown out, I'm going to go ahead and do our planks. Just streaking some of that color in. Again, very random. Doesn't need to be perfect. And then we have, I think this is burnt sienna. Yep, burnt sienna is a kind of a reddish brown. Gonna go in and randomly add that in. Okay. Okay, and the more random it looks, the better. All right, and I just kind of take this edge of the sponge and smooth that out. All right, so our background is pretty much done. Oops, I got a little smudge. No big deal. When that happens with the pan pastels, all you got to do is erase that color out, whatever you don't want. And then we'll just go back in with our blue. And now no one ever knows. That's what's nice about pan pastels. So versatile, so easy to use, okay? So I like my background the way that it is. Now all I need to do is stamp and color my other images. So let me just slide these out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to use this is the, again, Sandcastle and Accessories set. And I kind of like this little sea boat because it's very, very tiny. And what I'm going to do is when I put him on the stamping block, I can kind of see where the bottom of the stamp is. I want to line that up on the line of my stamping block so that when I line this up with my background, I know exactly where I want that to go. I'm going to use some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And I want this kind of way off in the distance. So this looks like, you know, he's like, this boat is way out there on the water, right? Maybe we'll just put it right there. Uh-oh, he ended up on my beach. Okay, we're gonna have to fix that. I didn't do a very good job at lining that up. Okay. Well, you guys know me. I don't edit my videos. And I just cleaned the stamp and lost it. It fell off. It's a missing boat. It couldn't have gone too far. Leah, I lost the stamp. Want to help me find it? Okay, moving on. We'll come back to that one. It's a tiny little boat, and I went to clean it, and it fell off my stamping block. Oh, there it is. I got it. Thank you. All right. Now we have this little beach bucket set. I do want to put the beach bucket set down here, so it looks like some little child, maybe Leah, was playing in the sand. Perfect. That looks really good there. And then it has these two kites. Let's see here. I feel like every time you go to the beach, there's a kite, right? I just figured out how I'm going to fix my boat. Okay, we'll get back to that in a second. We have these little grasses. We can stamp those in. Just going to kind of set them over here off to the side. Some more little grasses here. Put those over here on this side. I think I like this kite better. I'll put our kite really kind of close right here. So it looks like somebody right in front of us is flying that. Okay, and then can't have a beach scene without some seagulls stealing sandwiches, because that's what they do. And this is from the Birds 2 set. And maybe we'll do this little set of 3 birds kind of off in the distance. They're far away checking out the boat. That's what we'll say. Okay, so we got a lot going on here, but I think we can make it work. And I think I'm okay with my boat. I thought of an idea of how to fix it. So still waiting for that VersaFine Clear ink to dry because it's a pigment ink. I really don't want to touch it yet. Actually, I'm going to heat set it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some chalk pencils. You could also use regular colored pencils. And I don't have a whole bunch here. I just have a few, but they'll work. Okay, this one's like a gray color. Color in our little seagull here. And we have one that needs to be sharpened. Oops. There's a lead stuck in my sharpener. Darn it. Okay, here we go. Let's try this again. Okay, this pencil does not want to sharpen. The lead keeps breaking. Hey, Leah, can I borrow your sharpener?
Like the one that goes on batteries?
Yeah, the electric one.
Can I clean it real quick, though?
Yeah. Oh!
What happened?
The whole sharpener just fell apart. Be careful. I think the razor blade came out. Okay, we should probably edit that. But you know what? It wouldn't be a Nancy Stamps video if I did that.
She always has mistakes in her videos.
Oh, I see what happened. Okay, a little plastic piece came out of the inside. Nobody's getting hurt on this video.
Okay, there's just a piece stuck in there.
No YouTubers were harmed during the making of this video. And non-editing. Okay, moving on. Not sharpening that pencil.
Okay.
I can live without it.
Okay, I got my sharpener. You can actually keep this. I don't need it.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for your assistance there. This is called dark brown. Oh, we don't want the bucket to be. We want the bucket to be a nice bright color. Let's do a red bucket. Okay, and a red shovel to go with our red bucket. Okay, and we need some greens to go with our grasses here. Okay, all right, and then we need to color in our fun little kite back here. Okay, that has not completely dried yet, so we're going to give that a second. All right, let's fix our boat. So how are we going to fix the boat, you ask? We're going to make sure it's not in the grass anymore. We're going to put it back in the ocean. How do we do that? Real simple. We erase the green and we make it look like that's deep water out there. How do we make it look like deep water? We color it in. It's my picture. I can interpret it any way I want. And if I say that's water, guess what? Now it's deep water. Ta-da! Okay, and a little bit more in our fun kite here. Some orange, some yellow. Last year I took the kids to Virginia for summer vacation, and they have, is it Yorktown, where they have those 3 olden style boats, so that was fun. Alright, so, and we just need to color the sails to our boat. They're normally white, aren't they? I don't know. We're going to go with white. I really can't see that anyway. Maybe I should do gray. There we go. Not a huge difference, but a little bit. Every little bit helps. Okay, so now we have our boat way far out there in the ocean. We have some birds. We have some little sand. All we need to do now is cut this panel down and add our little chair. So right now this panel is 4 1/4. So it's full card size. So we need to cut this down. Let's cut it down to 4 by 3 3/4. No, 4 by 5 1/4. Almost cut it too short. There we go. Now it's full card front size. Just want to look it over quick. If there's any place I need to erase, anywhere I have any extra chalk or pan pastel, I just take my eraser to it. That includes any of these stamped images that maybe some of that pan pastel or the chalk got on there. Oh, this is a regular color pencil. That's okay. Works out just fine. And you use what you have. You use your pan pastels, chalk pencils, color pencils, whatever you have. I think that looks pretty good. So we have our cloudy sky, we have our birds, we have our kite. You know, maybe the kite's being flown from some guy who's way over here. We have our deck. And now all we need to do is just put some adhesive foam dots on there. And we're good to go. Okay, so a brand new package here of 3D foam squares from Scrapbook Adhesives. How do you open it? Oh, there's a little tear package at the top there. That makes it handy. Now, before I do that, I might want to, you might want to spray down, spray the fixative spray on here. You guys have seen I use the Krylon fixative sprays. It's called Shortcuts. It gives us a nice coating to protect everything and lock it in place. Especially if you have like any kind of eraser marks, you want to make sure those are off there. Make sure everything is the way you want it to look. And then spray this separate and then put this on here. And I kind of want to put this closer to the end here. Just because the chair is a little smaller, but I really wanted to use it. If you put it down here, it makes it look like the boardwalk is huge. So if we put it up here, it makes it look like in perspective. Maybe it's at the end of the boardwalk. Maybe it's a little kid's chair. You don't know. So I'm just going to stick it down and then I will spray it all when it's all put together. But if I were doing this differently, I want you guys to see it. I would spray everything first and then stick it all down. That makes sense. And you can set these pan pastels with hairspray. You can use this fixative spray, which is basically clear. It's just clear spray paint is all it is. But these pan pastels make it so easy because it's easy to blend, as you guys could see there. I like doing the sunset, sunrise scenes, but you can make this any way you want. And I'm just going to put the chair right on the end. And then I have a little room down here if I want to put my sentiment, so I will dig something up for my sentiment. And then once you put it on your card front, there we go. We have a nice and easy, fun beach scene. If you have any questions, post them down below. Once again, thank you to Blue Night Rubber Stamps for sponsoring this video. I will link all of the stamps down below for you, as well as the pan pastels. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe. You can click the button that's going to come in the bottom right-hand corner. Click the bell for notifications, and you can see all the videos that I post. I do a lot with stamping, foiling, all kinds of crafty things. Thanks for watching, and keep on stamping. Bye-bye.